Hello, hello, and welcome, my Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon in Virgo, waning to new moon in Pisces, February into March 2021. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, and I just made the cards go in all different directions. Welcome, Capricorn. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, having trouble with these cards at the moment. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, fellow earth sign that I am, but you can call me Mally. Now, right, my Capricorns, getting a reading from a Virgo, someone who can understand your earth sign concerns. We are doing an 8-card draw, as I said, 1 card from 8 different card systems, 3 healing systems, 2 tarot decks, and 3 oracles. Look, I even did math for you. I did my hair for you. I put on some makeup for you, my Capricorns, to get you the clues, tips, and hints you need for a time reading, not a timeless reading. My relationship-based reads, I don't do twin flame reads anymore. The soulmates and the true love reads are timeless, and they're all extended videos for those. I'm going to make a playlist for all the extended. It's going to take me a hot second to do all of that, but I will do all of that for you all. But this is a timed reading. We are looking at the full moon in Virgo, yay, on Saturday, the 27th of February, 3:17 a.m. My book, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, is coming out on Kindle the day before. We're doing a soft launch, and then Vernal Equinox Ostara in March. We will do the grand launch of it all. Really looking forward to that. So I'm looking forward to this full moon for sure, but then we are looking at the waning moon, 2-week period when the moon is new in Pisces, Saturday the 13th of March, 5:21 a.m. So this is what you need to know about clues, tips, and hints for my pantheons of the divine that you need to what? Let go of, release, wane, alchemize, right? That waning moon dealio. All the decks that I read are always in the description box, and all I can ever ask from anyone watching any of my readings, here or otherwise, is standard YouTube rules apply, right? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs. If it's not your read, it's not your read, check your other signs, right? And if you can, both feet on the floor, stay grounded. If you will, please focus on your breath. I will do the same to get you the clues, tips, and hints you need for this waning moon, Virgo to Pisces, February into March. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, that feels good. All right, my collective, I almost stayed there for a hot minute. Please, my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended master, general assembly, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, please, what is the dominant archetype from the Caroline Myss archetype deck that this Capricorn, collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading needs to be aware of in themselves, in somebody else, in a situation, all of that, some of that holographically, maybe it's in everything around them, including in them right now. What's the dominant archetype? What's the dominant archetype the Capricorns most need to alchemize this full moon in Virgo? Nope. 2 cards? Nope. 1 card in clarity for my Capricorns. This full moon in Virgo, waning to new in Pisces, February, March 2021. They told me last night, because they get me at like 2 in the morning, they're like, look, if 2 cards hit your hands, those ain't the right cards. Keep shuffling. Thank you. All right, lovely. Creative family archetype of the pioneer. All right, now pioneers, there aren't a whole lot left. I mean, yeah, I guess they're technology pioneers and whatnot. But you know, we tend to think of that only in terms of external exploration, but let's look at the shadow and the light archetype. The shadow, that you want to move into the light attribute bit by bit over a waning moon. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table, so it's those 3 atoms, they gotta go, they gotta go. The shadow attribute, compulsive need to keep moving on. right? That's not pioneering, that's running away, right? But that is the thing. It's like, well, I pioneered this. What's the next thing, right? Compulsive. That's the word you're looking at. No, we all need to move on. But compulsive need to move on, there's some fear there. But the light attribute, and I love this, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Whether this is you, someone else, a situation, challenging you in this way, this waning moon, there is new ground to be pioneered. Now, there's a difference between the explorer and the pioneer. Anybody can explore. You can explore Japanese cuisine. It's not like you pioneered it, right? You see what I'm saying? So this is really that creative archetype of not just expanding your boundaries, but creating new pathways for other people as a pioneer. So that's our first healing system. Let's get our first oracle card on the table. Daughters of the moon. What? Mercury is direct now. Are we still in the shadow of it or whatever that is? Healing with the Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue. Cards flying across the room. I'm going to say this is going to be a rather intense reading, one would think, with the energy zipping around my dining room. Please take a nice deep breath. What's going on, Caps? My angels and archangels of Earth in the sign of Capricorn, my Arielites, my Urielites, my Arielites. Oh, I love you all so much. Please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video. Receiving this reading. Who's the healing angel they most need to work with, channel, study, however they do, whatever they do, to help heal, alchemize this pioneer archetype, this full moon in Virgo, waning to new in Pisces? Meditation. What would the healing angel of meditation to do with any of these healing with the angels oracle cards? If anybody has it, my angel said to me, always ask, what would their function be? Because there's more than one. It's more than one function. The healing angel of meditation would certainly heal you through meditation as well as guide you to any form of meditation, which can also be contemplation. It's not all about stilling the mind. That's the Eastern form-ish, right? Sitting, zazen, and all that. I've done that. I love it. I love that part of meditation, the stillness. I mean, it's amazing. But in the West, we have silver mind control and hypnosis and creative visualization and all that stuff, as well as there is just contemplation, to meditate upon something. Contemplation isn't just about thinking. It's about taking an idea, thought, and inspiration, whatever it is, and running it through, if you like, all of the chakras, right? Bringing it down so you really contemplate it holistically, rather than holistically. So with this pioneer archetype, meditation, this could also say that the landscape you are pioneering is more internal, spiritual, mental. Does that make sense? Absolutely, that would make sense for me. But to discover, to go where no man, let's say no person has gone before, right? Passion for doing and creating what has never been done before. Now, that might even be in your circle of friends, your circle of family, I'm getting for some of you. It's not like meditation's new, but certainly meditating on whatever this pioneer calling is, you or somebody else's, maybe a situation that's pioneering you, moving you forward into new terrain. At least you have a healing angel there that you can really focus on, right? I call upon the healing angel of meditation to please heal me through meditation and show me what to meditate on. Help me process this pioneer energy, my own or somebody else's. Simple prayer-ish. Let's go to the Crystal Oracle, dedicated to Archangel Ariel. This will be our second oracle. Archangel Ariel, one of those three archangels of Earth in the power of North, obviously, for the Crystal Oracle. But I gave this deck to her because she is my personal archangel. Not just being a Virgo, but Ariel means lioness of God. That makes her the archangel of lions, and I'm Archangel at Lyons. So, you know, sometimes you take the clues, even though you're born with them. It takes a while. Have a crocodile. Please take a nice deep breath. My beloved Archangel Ariel, please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, needing to alchemize the pioneer archetype in some way, shape, or form, needing to call upon the Archangel of meditation. Now, particularly meditation with a crystal, gem, or mineral is usually a helpful thing. So whether it's what's written in the bookie book there, the stone itself, their own experience with the stone, all of that, some of that, what is the crystal oracle message that they need this full moon in Virgo, waning to new in Pisces? The meditation card, amethyst, easy to find. Now the thing is a lot of signs get amethyst here, so let me just see, because I write it all down and I have it right in front of me. See, labradorite, amethyst. Okay, Gemini has it. Did anybody else get it this round? Let's see, fluorite, tiger's eye, snowflake, obsidian. Nope. Just the Geminis have this, which is an air sign. So if you have any planets in Gemini, you might want to check that out too. And I know one of the keywords here is also a little bit about shadow work in here, but is about meditation, spirituality, positive transformation, and meditation are the key words here. So you literally have the word meditation both here on the card and here in the book relating to the card, right? It's the angel of meditation and the amethyst. Keyword meditation. You are being urged to embrace your shadow side. Now, embracing your shadow ain't no joke, but what we're going through on planet Earth and have been for a while, it's time. This is the alchemy, embracing the shadow. It's not about going down and rationalizing. It's not, don't bring your light into your shadow, your awareness into your shadow. Bring your shadow into light. Allow it to come up. Embrace the shadow, and that can be done psychologically, spiritually, inner child work, so many, shamanic descent. I mean, there's so many ways to do that work, but shadow work is usually what it's called colloquially. Take an inventory of all those aspects of yourself that you are afraid to show the world because you perceive them to be bad or inadequate. So this might very well be pioneering. This is a waning moon read. This makes sense. Shadow work is perfect. Perfect is a good timing, I should say, for waning moon, for shadow work. That, for you to go in and contemplate this and to give those feelings, those parts of yourself voice without them running the show. Meditate on these qualities, acknowledge them, see how they serve both you and others, then love them and bring them into your heart. Now, I'm going to say Matt Kahn, the Healing Mantra deck, he's the second to last card down, our last healing system in this spread, this 8-card draw. I really recommend you check out his work on YouTube. His YouTube channel, Matt Kahn, All for Love. His approach to shadow work, I don't even think he calls it shadow work. There's a card in the deck that refers to that, his deck. But it's really inner child work, right? It's treating your heart chakra like your inner child and talking to it, allowing it to have its feelings, have its thoughts, have its opinions, so that it can be loved, right? These voices, these shadows within us need more love, not less, but that doesn't mean we let them take over and run the show, make our decisions. When you realize that every aspect of you serves a purpose, and it does, that's the lead, the shadow, right? Alchemized to gold. Then there will be no need to deny half of who you are. Just be yourself and understand that there is nothing in your life to fix, right? So this isn't about fixing yourself. There are simply aspects of yourself yearning to be embraced and loved. It's like a hurt child, right? It's like an angry, hurt child. Freaking out, tantruming is no fun, right? But you can give that kid the space, right? The breath, the rest, the love, the support, the comfort, and just say, it's okay, honey, it's okay to feel this way. It is okay to feel this way. Everybody feels this way. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing to fix. I love you. That is going to do more alchemy for you than, well, I'm not going to say all the therapy in the world. Therapy is a helpful thing if that is needed. But with this card of meditation and the meditation stone of amethyst here, with embracing the shadow through meditation, it's all kind of clicking here. Last little bit. This is a time of profound change. Oh shit. A time of positive transformation which will have a lasting impact on every area of your life and to some degree on those around you. Interesting card to get there. It feels like you are now definitely this pioneer. Just kind of saying, just saying. It feels like, but this pioneering might very well be internal, meditative. Let's keep going. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Heart, throat, third eye, and crown. What is it that you need to be aware of inside of yourself, in your personal world, your psychological world? Certainly aspects of your shadow in there most likely. Let's see what the goddesses have to say. Please take a nice deep breath. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Yeah, these next two are our tarot, our two tarot decks, please, my goddesses of earth and the sign of Capricorn. Please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, my beloveds. What is it they need to be aware of inside of themselves, along with this pioneer archetype that they need to alchemize, the meditation that they need, the amethyst that they need? I'm getting wicked tongue-tied today. What is it they need to be aware of, to embrace, since that embracing the shadow thing is already on the table, this full moon in Virgo, waning to new in Pisces? Not bad, though. I mean, Six of Pentacles on the inner is internal balance and success. Perhaps success under handicap. Perhaps there have been, oh, gee, some struggles inside. Who hasn't, right? But there is something inside of you that there is potential internal success here for you. So like it says in that amethyst card, this isn't about fixing anything. This is about perhaps crossing a finish line, or at least halfway through with that Six of Pentacles, right? I love this card. This is a Special Olympics race, so to speak. It doesn't say Special Olympics on it. It says race today on it, right? So, but this is, look, we all have our pain. We all have our emotional baggage, and how much of our shadow is just that unfinished, unprocessed, repressed emotional content, right? Sorry, my contact lens is having a content argument with my eyelid. There we go. So there is success for you inside. Now, this is an earth card, so this is something as an earth sign that you may be feeling viscerally, meaning in the viscera, in the body, right? If this is physical, meaning like there's internal pain, discomfort, sometimes it's just that feeling. To me, there's a big difference between instinct and intuition. You know, they're all on the same spectrum. But intuition, it tends to be like sometimes an emotional feeling. But if it's in the lower three chakras, which we'll get to next, the next card down, this can very much be a sense of, get me the hell out of here, I don't know why. Right? Like instinct, like a hunter's instinct. Fight or flight kind of stuff. But with Six of Pentacles, it's balancing itself out. I really don't think you have anything to worry about here. But let's keep going. Mythic Tarot, lower three chakras, the voices of the divine masculine, the God energy. Breathe. My gods of earth in the sign of Capricorn, please. One card in clarity for this Capricorn collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is it they need to be aware of outside of themselves, in the physical world, or maybe how they appear from the outside looking in, considering they have choice, but they need to alchemize this pioneer archetype, to meditate, to work with amethyst, and to acknowledge and embrace the Six of Pentacles, success, that balance that's already within them. So what is it they need to be aware of outside of themselves? This full moon in Virgo, waning to new in Pisces, please. Justice, balance, 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 balance. You're coming into balance. Now, this could be you from the outside looking in, somebody really standing by perhaps their boundaries, what they will do, what they won't do, right? Pioneering's all about crossing boundaries, but you want to do that in a healthy way, right? I mean, you could even say, you know, like they're giving me a clairvoyant image of somebody who's bodybuilding. They set goals for themselves over time, right? That's their training boundary. That's like, I'm not going to do glutes every day because that's a pain in the ass. Sorry, can't help myself. I have got so many Dead Catskill Comics guides, spirit guides, it's ridiculous. I call them the Shecky Collective. They're not all from the Catskills. I got Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds in there too. So look, this card of justice, whatever has been unfairly done is being balanced. Whether you did it, someone else did it. If you are dealing with a pioneer who might have ran, right, compulsive need to keep moving on, this is coming into balance, or at least you are. Now, the thing is yes, there might, and this is weird, this doesn't always come up with me for this card, there might be some legal stuff going on here. If you are dealing with court issues and something that is pioneering, particularly in social justice, or you're involved in a case, or you're just really drawn to, right, or find yourself involved in tangentially, this is something that you need to look at, that there is a sense of balance. And a lot of social justice stuff that's going on right now is a long time coming. Slow and steady is winning this race, Capricorn. That's my key phrase for Capricorn, right? The mountain goat doesn't run up the mountain. Even though it lives on it, it's still one hoof at a time. One hoof at a time. But this is Athena. There's great wisdom here. And that, you know, she's got her owl, Peebo, and Clash of the Titans. And her sword there to cleave away that which is out of balance. There might be some cutting off that you're doing here. There might be some, you know what, I've got this balance on the inside and I will have balance on the outside. Just make sure it is in alignment with your honor code. Check your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is your intuitive home of your personal power. And your honor code. If your gut goes when someone asks you to do something, or if you're thinking of doing something, don't do it. That is your soul saying that violates the truth of the soul here. It's when we ignore that shit gets weird. But I feel like with this amethyst card, embracing the shadow, meditation, this is really about you bringing yourself into balance, or maybe an overlighting way of seeing everything that's hit the table so far, as a way of you really creating balance, starting within and it reflecting without. I would say, though, that as a result of this, there are people who should not screw with you after this. I've done so much shadow work, I know exactly what I am capable of. And I get tempted every day, every other day, depending, right? Politically, publicly, personally, whatever. Very well trained. But I know that that's a voice inside of me that is, it's not that it's out of balance, it just hasn't been given the love and the voice that it needs to relax, right? To unfold. When the nervous system gets inflamed, right? We're nightmares, we're in the shadow. We're tired. We need more love, not less. Because if we don't do that, it does take us over. So maybe this is pioneering for you in your life, this type of work. But it's not new on the planet. But if there is something legal going on here too, I'm getting a lot of double messages. More than double messages here. But that's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Wah, 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 wah. We have got our last two healing systems on the table and one more oracle. We're using the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, half of the deck, which is the Suit of Problems, because in a waning mood read, you want to know what's the problem. Houston, I think we have a problem. So let's see what the Ascended Masters, this deck and next, have to say you need. Please take a nice deep breath. There you are, my Ascended Masters General Assembly. What is the problem here, please, for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this reading, watching this video, receiving this reading, that they need to know about, that they need to be aware of. And even if they are aware of it, they need the confirmation here. Because they need to alchemize that pioneer from lead to gold, need to meditate, need amethyst, need to embrace that internal Six of Pentacles, and need to be aware of the justice and the balance that is happening as a result of them, or that they are involved in. What is the problem they need to be aware of with all this? I'll take that. This full moon in Virgo, waning to new in Pisces. Holding on. Now, holding on here can mean holding on to anything. Yes, it is a man leaving. Oh, well, maybe that is that shadow attribute, compulsive need to keep moving on. You might be if you are dealing with a pioneer, I think this is for you. But it can be holding on to anything. It can be holding on to the shadow. There's a difference between holding on to it and embracing it. All right? There is a card called Neediness in this deck, so I don't know that this is all so much about neediness, but there is that sense of, they're showing me like a hand that has held on to something for so long that it's more painful to let go. Like if you make a fist for 24 hours straight, I don't recommend it, opening it 24 hours later is going to be ow, 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 and so we tend to cling and hold on. Now, there is positive transformation here in this read, and there is balance. I think you have the infrastructure interiorly, the psychological and hopefully spiritual infrastructure to do this kind of shadow work, because if this is not about holding on to someone or something, This is about embracing the fear, the pain, the guilt, the shame, you know, whatever you want to call that stuff, that the uncomfortable stuff that we don't want to look at or deal with in our own shadow. That there's a holding on here, like gripping on, no, I don't want to feel that. But the only way out is through, Capricorn, in my experience. That energy has to go somewhere, and here's the tricky part. Emotions that are suppressed go into the cell tissue, where they wreak havoc, right? Think of what it's doing to your nervous system, to your physiology, to your body chemistry, cortisol, and all of that. It's a tricky sticky. Let's see, what is the healing mantra? Also from the Ascended Masters General Assembly, from the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. Since they gave you the card of holding on, they have to give you the mantra to help you heal that. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, my Ascended Masters, and I'm going to say the Ascended Masters of Healing here, because there's shadow work going on here, right? And there's holding on and meditation. This is so not General Assembly Ascended Master terrain. So please, my Ascended Masters of Healing on all levels, multidimensional healing, please. One card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, that needs to alchemize the pioneer, that needs to meditate, that needs the amethyst, that needs that internal balance to be adjusted, embraced, what have you, needs to be aware that justice is being done and they are part of it, and needs to know that the problem, someone or something is holding on here. Maybe somebody's holding on to them and they want to pioneer and do something they've never done before. So please, their perfect healing mantra, my Ascended Masters of Healing, from this full moon in Virgo to new moon next in Pisces. Now I'm just going to say, whatever this mantra is, you do that with a piece of the amethyst to the angel of meditation. That's got to work for you. Befriending pain. Welcome to shadow work. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. There it is. Here's your mantra. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. Befriending pain, and this does refer to physical as well as mental, emotional, and spiritual pain. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. When you befriend pain, you are allowing limitations to be released from the cells of your body. Just what I was talking about. So holding on. It's like the cell tissue becomes an emotional, energetic sponge, meaning that it absorbs and holds on to emotion and energy, because pain is often the result of rapid transformation. Remind that, like when, like, okay, I got a boo-boo on my pinky finger. I was cutting some onions a couple of weeks ago, and just the knife slipped. It wasn't bad. It was a little bloody, but it still hurts 2 weeks later. And I remember, right, if it's burning, if it's hurting, it's healing, and it's not infected. I'm I'm a witch. I have tea tree oil. I know what I'm doing, right? Mostly. So it is that thing. So I go, yeah, as much as this hurts, like even I got something here in my shoulder that's pinching. I'm like, all right, something's moving through, but I'll still do the yoga and the trigger point work later, right? But to befriend that pain, thank you for letting me know, my friend, that there is something that needs my attention. It is essential to make friends with it in recognition of how quickly you are evolving. Now imagine that. Instead of taking your pain as, oh, I must not be doing something right, to take it as a sign of how quickly you are evolving. It might be uncomfortable and sometimes nearly unbearable, but your most profound shifts in consciousness often occur once pain is befriended as an ally of your evolution. Talk about a pioneer into your own interior landscape to bring forth that balance, that Six of Pentacles here through meditation, to love and release what is holding on to whatever is being held on here. This mantra is ideal for healing the body, mind, and soul on an energetic level. Right? So did I just ask for the Ascended Masters of Healing, and you got one of the Master Healer cards here. And befriending pain ain't no joke, but if you make pain your enemy, then you will do everything to avoid it, and that gets really tricky the more you do that. That's the foundation of all addiction. Physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual pain, being medicated in any way, shape, or form, spiritual bypassing, using affirmations to avoid your emotions. I mean, all of that stuff pertains when you do not befriend your pain. And look, it's a hard friend, but it's actually serving you. And if you take it as a barometer of, oh, fuck, I must be transforming very quickly, at least it gives you some breathing room, right? It gives you a little wiggle room there to say, yeah, this sucks. You don't have to love the pain. You just need to befriend it. There's a difference. Oh, unless you're into that sort of thing. I'm not. I'm a hedonist. First person tried to smack me that wasn't a parent. Woo! And my parents didn't really spank us, but spank me. Better come prepared for the karmic sonic backlash of the bitch scream that'll come out my mouth and hex you. Kidding. Sort of. Last card down. Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Now, I'm really not seeing other people here. I mean, yeah, there's one other person in that holding on card there, Chuck Spezzano, Love Pact Problem. But I think this is all going on inside of yourself. It's almost like it's you and your relationship to your pain. You're trying to walk away and your pain is holding on to you as you're holding on to your pain. It happens. Don't ever use any reading I do to beat yourself up. No. These are just clues, tips, and hints to give you coordinates here. This is important stuff, though. And talk about a healing. So let's ask. Breathe. The higher selves of all involved. Please. Fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra. And above, what is the Whisper of Love Oracle? The piece of information, inspiration, and or insight needed by the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading that needs to alchemize that pioneer archetype from lead to gold, needs the meditation, needs to call upon the angel of meditation, needs to work with amethyst, needs to embrace that there is success within them that is in balance and that justice is happening for them in the outside world, and they are an instrument of it as well. They need to be aware of that the problem is something is holding on to something, someone is holding on to someone, and that befriending pain is really their way through, that they need to get, that when discomfort becomes a friend, their most limiting beliefs are healed. So, like, I've done something wrong. No, you haven't done anything wrong just because you're in pain. That's part of the transformational process. And the amethyst card saying that there's a positive transformation here as a result of shadow work, which is painful. So please, what is their Whisper of Love Oracle with all of this on the table? This full moon to new moon next February into March 2021. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Now, this is odd because there is just, but with that Justice card. Okay, this is what we call a party turn-tur card. The whole party has just turned here. If every other card makes sense and this one doesn't, this is what is meant by take what resonate, leave what doesn't. But then this is really about externalizing whatever pain you've been through and bringing it somehow into justice in your outside world. Now, there are so many ways that can play itself out, right? Like if you were abused and you're doing that shadow work and healing those wounds of abuse, neglect, codependence, and loss, the 4 ego wounds, to then take that out and take some sort of pioneering social justice. But it's something that you need to meditate on, contemplate on. And that doesn't necessarily, mean going to court. It might. It certainly might for some. But there is an imbalance here that does need to be balanced. So do something for someone else. I will agree as a Virgo that when I am in extreme pain, once I get myself to a place that's a bit more functional, that little extra bit of wiggle room, I do help others, right? I do things for other people. It gives me a sense of purpose and lifts me up. Of course, something that you're going to do should be something they actually want, right? Do something for someone else, give your attention to someone else, but don't burn down their house, right? Don't let that shadow possess you, but understand everything is divine, even our shadow. It's just our shadow has forgotten. The ego, in a spiritual, I'm not talking Freud and Jung here, the ego is the most dormant part of the soul that is being unwound, a demon that has forgotten its wings, right? And we're waking it up. That's the process of awakening rather than falling asleep. Involution, the process of evolution, spiritual awakening. So there is a service here. Do something for someone else. But I have to say, with that card of meditation, this could all be through spiritual practice as well. Now, I know that seems a little impractical, but is it in this world when there's so much action being done and so little getting accomplished? You with me? Everything is so slow-mo because of, you know, the thing going on planet Earth that's worldwide. You know what I'm talking about, right? So it certainly might give you a way through this, right? Doing something for someone else, even if it is prayer, lighting a candle, while you are doing your work. Wow, okay. And because of the holographic model, fifth dimensional unity consciousness, when you embrace your shadow, you alchemize that lead to gold as a pioneer. Whatever you're holding on to, holographically, that heals everyone. Matt Kahn says it all the time. Every time you say, I love you to your heart, you are healing all hearts because we're all one. We are not interconnected. We are one thing appearing as many. And that is a big difference. Oh, we're all interconnected, which means you could sever a connection. You can't sever a connection if we're all one thing appearing to be many. Right? The illusion of multiplicity, right? The illusion of separation. Let's see what comes out in the blessing. This is how I sum it up. Just easier. My guides take over. So please take a nice deep breath. Yes, indeed. My pantheons of the divine, please may the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, be blessed with all that they need this full moon in Virgo, waning to new in Pisces, that they may embrace that balance and success, that fairness inside of themselves while they befriend pain, understanding that when discomfort becomes a friend, their most limiting beliefs are healed as they do something for someone else simultaneously, perhaps. Let's go to that card, doing the shadow work, the positive transformation available to them that will affect everyone around them, which is also said in the book, that may affect and transform the lives of people around them while they seek for justice and balance, or are a force of justice and balance in this physical world, dealing with the problem of holding on, maybe holding on to old means, old emotions, old ways of being, so that they can alchemize from the shadow to the light of the pioneer, finding their passion for doing and creating what has not been done before, and calling in the angel of meditation, that they may take that time, that stillness, to contemplate, to meditate, to go within, to do the work necessary in them, because if they can heal their passion to do and create what's never been done before, imagine what that would do for everyone on planet Earth who also is pioneering new healing methods, ways, cures, vaccines, paths, philosophies, right? Pioneering this new world based in love and unity consciousness rather than fear and the illusion of separation. So may they be blessed holographically, and may all in their lives be blessed through what they do. Slow and steady wins the race, not an easy job. But if you want something done, give it to a Capricorn. May they be so blessed for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. A rough reading, but a good one. Because now you've got coordinates. And please, amethyst, you can find it anywhere. Buyer beware, right? Especially online. If you can't hold it in your hand and know it's amethyst, buyer beware. Go for like chip necklaces. They're hard to reproduce. Unless they all the chips look exactly the same, then they're plastic. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want. I'm doing tarot parties now on my Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page. If you want, I think we had 4 spots by the time this comes out. I think this is streeting 5 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Monday nights. Excuse me, Zoom format. Got Zoom and everything, and I can even send you, if it works, a link of the party recorded. 10 participants. I read everybody until we're done, and then I crash on the couch till the next morning and I start up and make more videos again. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please do like, subscribe, and all that jazz should you feel it otherwise. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed, my beloved goats, my Capricorns, hail. Farewell and blessed, blessed be.